Allora, due cose. Una, che devo mettere che siamo live su Facebook. Cioè, quanto serve? Nel senso che qualcuno ha guardato, 2 o 3 persone, guarda. Invece su Twitter sono sempre 170 che guardano queste cose, solo che Twitter ce l'ha morte con me. La sfortuna mi persegue. Continuiamo qua con Naida. Siamo al 12° piano. Ho visto un tizio che faceva la mia stessa cosa che abbiamo fatto oggi. Cioè Kokomi, Naida, eccetera. Allora, adesso guarda un attimo qua. Giro non sembra male, il problema è l'Unut. L'Unut non mi farà mai avere tutte le stelle. Vogliamo provare a prenderci Naida. Lo stesso. Lo mettiamo all'inizio. Il problema è che c'è questo. Che noi questo è immune con gli attacchi di Naida. Possiamo provare lo stesso. Se prende da rovina è abbastanza facile, anche il drago cataclismico è solo sto scemo qua che è autore di scatole. Quindi i boss sono nella sala 2 sempre. Vado a metterlo, scusa. Non si mi proviamo a mettere Naida al top, così per curiosità. Se non riusciamo non fa niente. Mi metto a usare coso. Allora, uno. Pensando come l'avevo fatto. 2. Poi invece qua c'è la raid. Non mettiamo Yak. No, fa più male la raid. Il problema è che l'Ut. Vabbè. Tanto tutte le stelle non so se riusciamo a fare. Uno, soprattutto perché Naida, eccetera. Uno. Aspetta. 2. Il danno alla critica aumentato, i tributi ripristinano questo. Ok, la prima parte dovrebbe essere easy. Andiamo. Ma non mi stanno neanche quello che voglio. Ma che cazzo? Che strano.
No rest for the wicked. The wind knows me.
Everyone hold hands. Make yourselves at home.
Ma io sono roba
By royal decree.
Into the wind. One with wind and
che
cloud.
attacco. Ah, ok. Sveglio.
Covenant of the deep.
Sveglio. Ah, sono di gelo, quello che si congelano, infatti dici come.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
The wind knows me.
Grow, grow, grow. The Temple of Wisdom.
Go. Sei nato un bel.
Hold line. Oz, repeat.
Ciao con me.
Everyone hold hands.
And it's it. Ah, ne mancano 2. Vai.
I see
Ah,
your
mancano
vision.
i nostri. Vai.
Bring refuge. Allow me. Shadow Raven, let
Black
night
Knight.
fall.
The wind's rosy. Clouds high. The birds come.
Make yourselves at home. Hey. Yeah. Let's move.
Into the wind.
Commit to memory.
Vediamo se ne riusciamo a fare qualcosa, altrimenti cambia subito team. Perché la prima
Wings of
roba.
darkness. Come, sever night.
Devo
The wind's
ammazzare.
rosy.
Devo
One wind and
ammazzare in.
cloud.
The Temple of Wisdom. Everyone hold hands. A brash maneuver.
La prima volta cambiare.
Hold the line. By royal decree.
Into the wind.
Make yourselves at home.
Non mi ricordo, 420 secondi sono tipo 6 minuti. Quindi tecnicamente stasera devo farla in 1 minuto, ma è impossibile. Io perché c'è l'1, giusto? Ah no, c'è.
Illusion
L'abbiamo affrontato
Teamwork is
benissimo.
strength. Booba, get them. You're toast.
busted. Game's up. Time's over.
La mia terza ultimate.
Shine down.
Let's light it up.
Che ho provato.
Stand back.
Illusion shattered.
Nice and spicy.
Gotcha. Things are about to get dicey.
Che non
Shine down.
riusciamo con Naida. La miseria.
Torn to oblivion.
Dobbiamo usare ragazzi. Questo è il massimo qui.
Illusion shattered.
Ah, per provare.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire. Hey.
Perché non riesci con così. Come riesci?
Now you shall perish.
Oggi è giornata che ci porta in alto questo.
Booba, get them.
Perché lo fa in no, vabbè dai. Abbandoniamo qua adesso. Prendiamoci Yak. Tanto non so. Dovrebbe essere leggermente meglio. Vabbè. Comunque io lo faccio di Naida. Se poi non va bene per l'abisso non fa niente. Giro per il gioco. Lo uso per le missioni. Anche se dispiace. Però Naida mi piace come personaggio. Io non me ne pento di aver usato Naida. Di aver pulato Naida. Il problema è Shin qui e... Allora, quindi qua tiriamo fuori Ayak. Una, due, anzi, due. Com'era già l'ordine? Fatto usare dove? Dovrebbe essere così, ma non mi ricordo se prima c'è a caso. Forse uno. Dove sto scemotto? Qua. Potrei anche provare a fare Naida Raiden, sarei curioso. Uno. Perché tecnicamente puoi farlo, però non c'è permessi elementare della raid. Quindi conviene fare uno, due. Ad assorbire i danni gli scudi possono anche aumentare la resistenza di un personaggio. Critica aumentata.
Take flight. The wind knows me. Sakura swirl.
L'ho tirato un po' male, no?
Punish me. Falling leaves adorn my night. Into the wind. My apologies.
Ah, that's bad.
Torrent, bring refuge! Allow me!
I think. Maybe.
Take flight.
Hopefully.
Sometsu.
Perché il problema è
One with nature. Lights out. As one with wind and cloud.
yeah, that's much better.
Embrace the ice. The wind knows me.
Hold the... Judgment!
One with nature.
Billowing surge! Shiver!
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves adorn my night. My apologies.
Dai, dammi una ultimate, così.
Sakura swirl. One with nature.
Allow me!
You can't run. Whirling snow. The wind knows me.
Grazie. Abbiamo sconfitto con 1 minuto e 10. Speriamo che basta. Non basta, pazienza.
That's gonna hurt in the morning. Teamwork is trick.
Eat this!
Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
Devo fare attenzione che non cade giù.
Illusion
Esatto. Stato.
Let's light it up.
I'm the frying pan!
No. Busted.
No.
Take it easy. Shine down. Going in.
Dipende così che non cacchio mi viene leggermente nervoso. Devo colpire. Se riesco
There is no
alla
escape.
cosa, ma non sono riuscito.
Help! Regener is attacking me!
Ah,
Quietly now. Game's up. Fun so.
fa attenzione a non ammazzare solo lei. Dio sta andando
Illusion
veramente
shattered.
bene.
Now you shall perish.
Riuscissi a ammazzarlo tra poco.
Adventure time. Teamwork is dreamwork. Gotcha. There is no
Non c'è un
escape.
cacchio, non riesco.
Torn to oblivion.
Non devi saltellarci dopo, Raiden, non so.
Let's light it up. Everybody.
Vabbè, non so.
Into the fire!
Things are about to get dicey.
Presumo che si sente questo. Non mancava poi tanto. Sto bis sono destinato a non riuscire mai a fare tutte le stelle. Ma no, perché magari ci sarei riuscito con Naidon. Ma io presumo anche che sia il fatto è che devo rifare Cocò. Cioè non c'è nessuna scusa, a me piace Cocò usare in cooperativa, eccetera. Però non devo sempre essere colui che usa Kokomi perché gli altri non hanno voglia di usare l'healer, cioè per una volta potrei anche... Devo mettere 1000 litri a Kokomi. Poi secondo me funziona. perché ho lasciato perdere
One with nature.
perché
Punishment. Where do you think you
perché semplicemente quando devo fare le cose in cooperativa c'è sempre qualcuno che muore come uno scemo.
Clouds high. The birds come.
judgment?
The wind knows it.
Perché non ho voglia di usare l'healer, poi cominciano a dire ah, però non c'è nessun healer. Beh, vuoi che lo faccio io sempre? No, perché lo faccio
Whirling snow. Sakura swirl.
poi io. Pensavo che non serviva come cosa.
Allow me.
Fallen leaves adorn my nut.
Take flight. Yeah.
Into the wind.
Whirling snow.
Tuttavia.
Embrace the ice. Hold the line. Judgment.
At least you were here to
Cavolo. E se metti 1000 liti almeno Kokomi cioè, riesco a fare ancora più danni con Ayak. Ah. È colpa dell'Unut.
Shine down.
Boba, get them.
Busted.
Questo qua c'è tipo 8 milioni di HP, non mi ricordo.
I'm going in.
C'ha un bottio di HP.
There is no escape.
Ok, volevo tirare a ultimate un posto decente.
Illusion shattered.
Che o ci mettono quel rompiscatole tipo lui, o ci mettono qualcos'altro. Naturalista l'ho visto.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Dammi la
Now
ultima.
you shall perish.
Dai, ma si è spostato mentre la me... Cavolo di...
Shine down.
Ogni volta che faccio la bizzo penso non lo faccio mai più, però mi servono il primo gem. Riuscissi a
Illusion shattered.
farlo un po' più velocemente mi dà più gem, però sì. Però piano piano mi sto rendendo conto.
Here comes the catch.
L'abisso
There is no escape.
si fa,
Inazuma shines eternal.
se riesci a farlo se hai un po' di personaggi ci stai. Cioè nel senso era venuto un momento che dicevo no non è vero.
Everybody stand.
Sono io che mi invento le cose. Però allo stesso momento noto che
Gotcha.
è vero. Cioè, nel senso,
Now you shall perish.
lo so che riesco a battere un per cento sicuro.
Shine down.
Quietly now.
Oggi non sembra giornata.
Things are about to get dicey.
Illusion shattered.
Take it easy.
E buttalo giù, mamma mia.
Torn to oblivion. Shine down.
Please, please, Raiden, please, 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 Raiden, please. Mi manca così poco di... Sì. Ah, non è- 2 stelle l'abbiamo fatto. Sì, mi sto mettendo il cuore in pace che onestamente la base è che devi avere... Allora, a parte che più di Rosario c'è Sceni. E sì, come dicevo prima, magari se metti o comi un po' meglio, va bene. Però appunto per il discorso della cooperativa, eccetera. Cioè, ok, sta cosa ogni 15 giorni ti dà il primo gem, va bene. Però se ogni volta che sono in cooperativa devo incavolarmi perché c'è uno scemo più scemi che dicono io devo usare Utaro, ma come... Utaro in molti domini non funziona, il problema è quello,
I
in
only wish life could
cooperativa,
be as
quindi cioè,
mischievous as
cavoli
the little
tuoi,
more often.
scusa.
Take this.
Oh,
The wind
non
knows
ho
it.
capito.
You can't run. Shiver.
È successo alla mia ultima.
My opponent.
Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds come.
Judgment. Whirling snow. Sakura swirl.
Per discorso, sì.
Rest and rebuild.
Yeah. Punishment.
Latta. Ah, ok. Guarda, lo dico. Por contenuto P.
Torrent, bring refuge.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Embrace the ice.
Beh,
Allow me.
ma si è spostato, no, fa
Lights
male.
out. Whirling
Mi piace
snow.
quando dice like.
One with nature.
Yeah.
Lo fermo qui.
Shadow out. Summit.
Ok. Tanto qua non so se riusciamo a fare tutte le stelle.
There is no it.
Lo metto dove vai?
Teamwork is strength.
Nice
Questo è quello che
slice.
avevo letto, giusto?
Gotcha.
L'ho mancato. Uno.
Shine down. Now you shall
Peccato che non ho la ultimate di Elan. Si è sbloccata adesso. Ma figurati.
Let's light it up. Here comes the catch. I'm going in. Illusion shattered.
Vado di ultimate, signore. Beh, certo, usare C3 ci si usa leggermente.
Boba, get them.
Everybody stand down.
Senza letteralmente. Vero?
Game's up.
How about you suck?
Inazuma shines eternal.
Mamma mia. Molto perfetto.
There is no escape.
L'abbiamo già affrontato. Quello che è interessante al mondo. Riuscite a sconfiggere tutti 10 secondi.
Teamwork is strength. Now you shall perish.
Giusto, giusto. Abbiamo fatto 3 stelle. No, per un secondo tipo non ho fatto 3 stelle. Vabbè. Ai ai ai, vabbè, vabbè, vabbè. Devo migliorare il mio record da 32 a 33 stelle. Vedi, è una questione di... Adesso che c'era la C3 dicevo, vabbè, uno in più. Però comunque qua ci ha aiutato nella precedente sfida a prendere tempo. Ma vaffanbagno, che nervoso. Mio Dio. Faccio abbandonare per ora. Vabbè, che differenza c'è? Prendo una stella in più e meno, nessuna. Può prendere 2 stelle in più. Lo stesso. No, continuo. Hai finito l'abisso, sempre con 2 stelle in meno. Bravo Michele, avrei schifo. Yeah. Io nervoso, sto visto. Ci siamo quasi, però appunto presumo che il problema adesso sia effettivamente come. Ma ne mancano 3 stelle. Le ricompense ti vengono date a 9 stelle. Quindi dovrei fare le stelle in tutti i cosi, non ha senso cercare di rincorrere una stella in più. Boh, devo mettermi anche a guardare Guess come. Che ci siamo qua. Allora a questo punto il team di Ayaka va bene. Cioè nel senso dobbiamo aspettare sceni in qualche modo. Perché l'unica cosa da aspettare sceni anche. Però quello lì è da un po'. Che altro qua adesso ci serve Furina e sceni. Furina deve sostituire Kokomi e sceni deve sostituire Oda. Vabbè. Sì. Mancherebbe che perdo un altro 50-50. Farebbe ridere anche lì. Vabbè. Allora, bella gente. Questo è quello nuovo. Ah, ho visto una cosa interessante per Cookie. Vabbè. Ah, questo qui del che ti, praticamente al posto di ti aumenta i danni di... come si dice? C'è un healer che aumenta i danni di quello lì che ne so, presente Mona, l'effetto di Mona che quando usi la ultimate poi l'attacco dopo aumenta i danni del personaggio che switchi, ecco, più o meno quei manufatti fanno la stessa cosa. Solo che funzionano su 15.000 PS, eccetera. C'è da fare il boss, però ho visto una cosa interessante per cui che volevo vedere con i miei occhi in italiano. Eh, Dove sei? Rompiscatole? Perché c'è anche gente che usa B2. Visto, posto di Fisk mettono B2. La cosa mi interessa, ma tanto... Ho già Fisk a livello 90. Ma non fa. Mettono... Allora, ho visto come diceva il ragazzo lì, che diceva di fare 2-2. Però non è compagnia del vagabondo che lui diceva 2-2, mi ricordo. Però ho visto anche questo, Fiore del Paradiso per tutti. Durante i danni da reazioni, i preferiti del personaggio aumentano del 40% in più. Il personaggio innesca fioritore per fioritore germinazione ottiene un ulteriore 25 per il suddetto effetto. Ogni accumulo dura 10 secondi, massimo accumulo 4 accumuli. Questo effetto può attivarsi solo una volta al secondo. Il personaggio equipaggiato può attivare l'effetto anche se non è presente in campo. Mi interessa, dico la verità. Non so, il ragazzo lì aveva detto se no 2-2, penso che magari... Vabbè, mettere tutto un mestiere elementare, no. Questo è una scemenza. Non so chi l'ha fatto. Se no c'è questo. Creazione del personaggio che piace questo set. Beh. Tiene effetti positivi in base al tipo elementare degli altri membri. Ah, ok, questo qua presumo che sia per quelli lì che si fanno cookie con gli LAN, eccetera, eccetera. Però questo assolutamente... io voglio provare a fare questo. Io del paradiso. È curioso. Boh. Lo so che prendo consigli e poi non li uso mai alla lettera, forse dovrei usarli sempre alla lettera per fare qualcosa di sensato. Ehm, Però ho visto su GameMate che consigliano questo per un team Hyper Bloom e io sto facendo Hyper Bloom. Vabbè. Quando arriva poi l'ora lo faccio. Però sono curioso dov'è. È a Sumeru nel deserto. Quello l'ho visto. Però non so esattamente dove. Dominio incarichi. Dominio e dominio. Sono fatti. Funziona il mouse. Volevo vedere se avevo già scoperto o no. Non è qui. Questo qui è quello lì strano. Che funziona a lag, se laghi non funziona bene, è troppo strano. Questo. Mi interessa. Purtroppo aumenta i danni. Sì, aumenta i danni da reazione di fioritura. Ci sta. Ah, è vicino a qua. Ok. Andiamo solo a lavoragine. Fuori serve. E poi oggi abbiamo finito con quelle robe lì. Rottura di scatole. Ho letto un po' in giro anche per Shinqui se vale veramente la pena portarlo a livello 90 quando lui è C1. La gente dice che anche C1 è un mostro, quindi è da usare. Cioè, nel senso sì, non è proprio il mostro che è C3, C4, ma la gente dice che ne vale la pena lo stesso. E c'è uno che aveva il mio stesso problema, che c'era a livello 90 tutti i personaggi per l'ora di usare Zinchi o whatever, io chiamo Zinchi ma è in giapponese, cinese, quello che è, non sono capace a pronunciare. E,
Don't be scared.
boh,
Save her your
questo qua diceva che onestamente non voleva usarlo per quello.
committed to memory. The Temple of Wisdom.
Soltanto la gente che ha
Feel
scritto no, no, usalo lo stesso, assolutamente.
Stay put. Fuse is lit.
Ma io e Mia rispetto all'inizio che pensavo che faceva tutti questi danni, ti becchi la Raiden, cioè, è uno scherzo.
Hey, make yourselves at home. Hold the line.
Infatti,
Billowing surge. Fire hazard.
ha senso come cosa.
Don't be scared.
Sto usando solo setting per farmi una idea.
Time for a light show.
Non è che mi dispiace il danno, però la metti anche rispetto ad altri team. Potevo provare a
Rust and
usare
rebound.
Fitco eccetera,
Field glare.
per vedere se facciamo più danni.
Everyone hold hands. The Temple
Per
of
cui
Wisdom.
Didn't count. Go with the ship down.
Fuse is
Ah, è mancato il colpo. Infatti che appunto
allow me.
Dendro non è che sia un'azione così fantastica col fuoco. Però era giusto per usarla un altro po', perché era da un po' che non la usavamo. Credo che se proprio vogliamo usare lei possiamo farci il team con Chevrose, Sara, eccetera. Magari esce qualcosa di interessante, però appunto io il mio l'ho talmente usata che... Na voglia! Può rimanere anche in panchina, l'ho usata Da quando sono a livello 90 l'ho usata. È stato il mio primo personaggio a livello 90 e ho continuato a usare. Una rottura di scatole. Però vabbè, cioè nel senso che teoricamente lei è la nostra terza squadra. Cioè in teoria la terza squadra ce l'abbiamo quasi. La terza squadra per me sono quelli che esplorano. Però l'unica cosa buona di io e mia è che contro quelli che volano non si chiamano miconoidi, ma gli altri. eh, Fa un male cane. Ho anche visto uno che usava, non ha ottenuto il 50-50 di Miko, spiegava e allora si è detto uso Lisa e si trova bene con Lisa, diceva. Oh vabbè, ma non è che mi interessa. Vabbè, non so. Dicevo, tanto perché Lisa alla fine ci sta, però cioè, per far Lisa faccio cookie, cioè nel senso è quello, il discorso è quello. O per fare Lisa faccio Baidu. Ehm, Per adesso lo lasciamo così sto team, sinceramente mi piacerebbe fare un team che c'è Yayao dentro, visto che abbiamo ottenuto Yayao C4, però allo stesso momento mi dà l'idea che non riusciamo a combinarci niente. Siamo sempre a fare quello che facevamo nell'abisso oggi, non era poi neanche così male sto team. Bisogna togliere solo lei e mettere Fisk. Però possiamo provare anche a mettere la Raiden veramente.
Behold, the
Perché
Prinzessin der Verurteilung.
un altro team che fanno la gente Fisk e Raiden. Però non è. Diciamo così. Ma io così, ogni tanto. Non so neanche se lo uso. Vabbè. Qua cookie come siamo messi. Questi fiori ne ho 300 milioni. Qua ce ne serviranno tipo 48, giusto? Siamo a 13. Poi sono curioso di metterli in manufattura. Tanto se su GameMate dicono che è buono, mi fido. Mi ha fatto piacere mettere su la cosa dell'MD su grafica. L'avevo già fatto una volta, poi ho lasciato perdere. Boh, mi sa che dobbiamo prima fare ste robe. Segreto adesso non ha molto senso. Penso che. Allora, la cosa che fa più ridere come che è successo ieri è che adesso talmente ho tutto per farmi un team monogeo. Cioè, c'è anche. Dovrei solo pullare hit o uso cosa? Ehm, Uso. Che si chiama? Ah. Noel. Usa Noel. Usare il team che usavamo gli altri giorni perché è abbastanza divertente. Vediamo loro. Allora. Hello. Cosa combini? Forte come la Master Gene. Penso. Oh.
How can I smash all these training dummies at once? So that's how to do it. I'm impressed.
I'm impressed. Non so se arrivava all'effetto fino là, però vabbè. Infatti stavo pensando a quello, ma Kazuha riesce a farlo. Ai ai ai. Quindi sì, sarei interessato anche per video. Ok, ci abbiamo abbastanza cose. Sarei abbastanza interessato con Itto a fare Monugeo. Abbiamo tutti, abbiamo un Iguana, abbiamo quello lì che fa il buffing, l'abbiamo tenuto ieri. Abbiamo... È strano perché adesso c'è un sacco di personaggi che manca sempre un personaggio. Cioè, ne ho 3 o 4, però quello lì che serve non ce l'ho. Aiutatemi!
Hold the line.
Judgment!
Mi ha una spaventata.
One with nature.
Hello. Grazie vegetore. Amicizia sua a livello 7. Caso non l'ho messo nella garantia. Io boh, e poi un giorno c'è da fare qualcosa. Più che altro è che non so chi ore come funziona. Magari ho tutte le carte in regola per fare un team che spacca tutto con Chiore. Questo però no. C'è esplosivi? No.
Into the wind.
Allow me.
Dovevo usare la ultimate su di loro. PG avversario.
Take flight!
The wind knows me.
Che c'era un esplosivo ma non mi ha detto.
Embrace the ice!
Questo.
Whirling...
Configgi altri avversari. Sure. Let's go. Let's go. So che dopo sta batosta di Miko, sinceramente mi metterei di nuovo
Time to go.
da parte le primogemme. Quello sì. Ah, pensavo che era una pigna. Era uno scoiattolo. Per idea, ho altre idee per altri team che mi interesserebbero, però a questo punto secondo me devo fare quello che ho pensato all'inizio dell'anno, cioè sono 2 o 3 personaggi che voglio e devo prendere.
One with nature.
Ha
Hold the line.
molto senso cominciare a dire mi piace questo, mi piace quello, mi piace l'altro, perché tanto se voglio fare dei team devo prendere cose decenti. personaggi decenti. Tito non è che fa schifo, però anche, anche se stavolta non me lo dà. Cioè, nel senso che pull non mi dà hit. Boh, ma non penso che succederà sempre, sono stato solo sfortunato sto giro.
Add
Ma
Astra at the...
perché se ero fortunato
Thank
magari
you for
riuscivo a combinare qualcosa di grosso invece. Ma quando c'è bisogno della mia fortuna coming clutch non c'è. Beh vabbè, il mio team è abbastanza... Sto team che ho è anche l'altro della Raiden C4. Gioca veramente di dietro, nulla da obiettare. Però non posso vincere tutte. Boh. Penso che io aspetterò il 4.6 per pullare, vediamo. Cerco di tenere un po' da parte, così se arriva fuori o qualcosa almeno riusciamo a...
Haven't you heard?
Quello sì.
There's a strange wanderer near Wolfendom.
Mi sembra la cosa più giusta. Più che altro Neuvillette, c'è anche Neuvillette,
I guess
però...
I'll post a commission at the Adventurers Guild.
Meh, cioè nel senso che mi sta simpatico l'avventura Neuvillette. E sì, sembra un mostro. Ogni volta che lo vedo in cooperativo dico wow, lo voglio. Però boh. Riuscissi a prendermi qualcuno che veramente conta. Veramente. Perché adesso di main DPS ne ho abbastanza. Cioè, nel senso Naida, eccetera, c'ho addirittura 3 team. Naida da main DPS, poi c'è la Raiden, poi c'è... Abbiamo Naida, Ayaka, la Raiden, di main DPS, poi vabbè lasciamo prendere io i miei che non c'è. Poi prendo nei meandri di Luke. Tecnicamente va bene così, anche se non... tecnicamente anche no.
As a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Perché anche lui è un main DPS. Gaming è uno dei personaggi più forti usciti. Per fa male cane. Potrei semplicemente fare un team con lui main DPS. Penso che la cosa che serve è un mostro. Un mostro o qualcuno che c'è. Adesso ci mettiamo lì e facciamo l'avventura finalmente. Era da un po' di... vabbè, era da l'altro giorno che... L'altro giorno ci siamo... abbiamo tirato per 4 ore. Visto, solo che non mi ricordo dove è la prigione. Aspetta. Tecnicamente siamo in prigione, ma tecnicamente no. Andiamo in giro a fare l'abisso, altro che prigione. Poi per me appunto l'importante è andare a avere devo guardare un po'. Per me la cosa più importante è proseguire la storia, voglio vedere come finisce con Iter, eccetera. La cosa più importante per me in assoluto. Mi... Cosa me la scordo ogni tanto, perché ogni tanto ho l'idea di fare personaggi, eccetera, che sì. Non ho ancora smesso di giocarci, probabilmente anche per quello. Perché adoro fare i personaggi in sto gioco. È una cosa che che mi piace. Ah, ma non devo farmi beccare dalle guardie, vero? A parte che non è notte. Devi aspettare la notte teoricamente, ma non è notte. C'è stato un po' di pasticci perché tecnicamente dovevo uscire di notte, ma poi sono andato a fare altro. Quindi magari le guardie di notte non mi beccano neanche perché non ci sono. La base è quella. Se fosse una cosa del tipo, cavolo, non posso pure dire avventura, diventerei matto. Però appunto, team, basterebbe sto team qua e finisci tutta l'avventura con loro, non c'è neanche più bisogno di pullare mai più. Però boh.
Shh! Careful! We'll get in trouble if the guards catch us. Uh-oh! They spotted us!
Sì, ma si è girato.
Shh! Careful! We'll get in trouble if the guards catch us.
Pensavo che stavo giocando a
Hey,
GTA.
not this way. We need to get to that pipe, remember?
Sì, ma stavo cercando di capire come evitare le guardie. Guardate che se fai giro lungo è la stessa cosa. Ma cavolo non faccio? Fammi vedere. Guarda. Sono contento di aver cominciato, ma non so come finire. Che cacchio si guardi. Una roba alla GTA io che non te beccavano se andavi pian piano dietro. A parte che qua non hai iter, quindi non puoi neanche usare Citrilla. Non puoi usare l'abilità, c'è anche l'abilità di mettersi prono e di sgattaiolare iter, però non sempre. Ah, ma vaffanbagni, era scriptato. C'era scritto.
This should be the place.
Ah, era scriptato, lo facevo qui. Vabbè, qui. Ovviamente i personaggi nuovi, eccetera, interessano a tutti, compreso anche quelli che guardano, nel senso che sia per interessamento vostro, sia per le persone che giocano anche loro, dici, wow, c'è Fiori, mi voglio un nuovo personaggio, lo voglio per dire. No.
What? I know you. You were the ones we saw.
Però, se riesco a evitare di incidenti, tipo non mi dà Utao, sarebbe meglio. Anche se sono personaggi un po' vecchio.
Huh. You've got guts showing up here. You know who we are, right?
You'd better leave now. Ain't nobody coming here to save you.
Basta con questo teatrino.
What you say?
Tutte quelle voci sui cannibali e sulle regole segrete. Avete fateci volere voi, non è vero?
Yeah, so what if they were? If you push us, we can make those rumors a reality at any time.
Hey, what's the point of all those rumors anyway? What exactly are you trying to do?
I don't have to tell you anything. If you turn around, go back to the dormitories and act like you never saw anything, then I'll pretend that you never showed up here.
Però sono tutti volatili
Yeah,
questi.
scram. Nothing worth seeing here.
Qualcosa mi chiama, devo andare.
Huh? What did you say?
Isn't that exactly what Boss said when he left?
Ah, attenzione.
Hey, do you know our boss?
Io?
Oh, we had no idea our boss was such a big deal. He always kept his identity a secret. So, did he have you come here to find us?
Oh, so your child's crew here? Seems like he had no problem fitting in.
Sono un suo amico. Non diciamo che siamo qui per...
We're the only ones who heard him say those words when he left that night. So, unless he somehow told you those exact same words after that... All right. I guess that's proof enough for me. I believe you.
Wow, those dreams of yours sure come in handy.
We gave him the business for a while and would always give him a hard time when he first came to the fortress of Maripede.
Abbiamo dato parecchie cose da fare e gli abbiamo reso la vita difficile.
But here in the fortress, the strong will always earn respect. He was working the longest hours and racking up wins in the Pancration Ring. You could always see how amazing he was, even when he was teaching us a lesson. So eventually, we all decided to follow him.
But one day, he suddenly told us that he had to find a way to escape this place, no matter the cost. He said it was because he heard that call again. And as his crew, if the boss wants something, then it's our job to get it done. So, we got to work and used the hidden rules that were here to make up and spread the rumor about the cannibal rule. We just wanted to give him a better chance of escaping on a night after the pipes had been cleaned.
Oh, thanks to your rumor, nobody would want to come anywhere near here, prisoner or guard. Wow, it sure is easy to exploit people's fear of the unknown. But has a child already escaped? Why are you all still coming here after pipe cleaning day?
Because as far as we know, the pipe he went into isn't actually an exit. It should be a dead end. It leads to an abandoned factory area, and even if there were a way to escape from there into the sea, we're still way too deep. No one could ever reach the surface alive. But Boss still insisted on going in. It's like he was obsessed about it. So we told him that we'd pretend as if he never existed while he was gone. And that if he wanted to come back, he should wait for nighttime on a pipe cleaning day. That way, we could meet him here and help cover the whole thing up.
So you come and wait here through the night a few times a month just because of that promise?
Yeah, but it's been so long now. We already know in our hearts that he must have managed to escape somehow.
Is it also possible that something unfortunate happened to him?
Nothing could ever defeat Boss or slow him down. It's one thing we know for sure.
Okay. Paimon was just brainstorming possibilities.
Vogliamo vedere il luogo da cui se n'è andato.
All right. Keep quiet and follow us.
Fallo avanti. Strano che nessuno, neanche gli altri facili, sapevano che lui è stoppato. Sono proprio curioso cosa è successo.
The way up from here has been sealed off. It's impossible to get through. Boss left by going down from here. It wasn't full of water at the time. Later, we came back hoping to have a look. That's when we found out it had been completely flooded. It's impossible to navigate unless you're an extremely skilled diver.
Do you think Child got trapped by the water?
Not likely. We all know that Boss was an incredible swimmer.
Io conosco un bravo nuotatore.
Really? Then have him come investigate, pronto. Just be sure to tell us if you get any news about Boss.
It's getting late. We should leave before the guards come this way.
Yeah, we learned a lot about what happened to Child here. Let's get going.
Cosa? il fratello di che si chiama? Di non mi ricordo i nomi, di
Finally
femmine.
learned some key
Ora.
information. Seems all of our investigative work has finally started to pay off. When you said you knew a diver, you were talking about Fremine, right? If we ask Linny, he'll definitely have Fremine help us. Ugh. Why is Child like this? What was he doing going into the pipes? Not making our jobs easier, that's for sure.
That's for sure.
Fortunately, though, it seems like it's only a matter of time now before we find out what really happened. Now that we can finally relax, I'm starting to feel super sleepy. Let's try to get some rest while we still can. Nighty-night, traveler!
Famone epico. Ah, ok. Siamo già alla 3. Io ce ne sono 4, 5 o 6 A. Non mi ricordo.
It's morning already? Paimon still needs more sleep.
Abbiamoci detto un po' per saltare il turno, prendiamoci un momento. Un'altra libra. Beh.
Huh? Wait, look over there! Isn't that... It's one of Linny's cards!
Da un po' che non lo sento.
Let Paimon see what's written on it!
Capo, via.
Maybe you haven't heard, but today is the monthly free day. Everyone has the day off today, which makes it the perfect time to do some investigating.
Ah, tutti hanno una giornata libera ogni giorno. Che
It's been a while since we last talked. Have you been making any progress lately? Let's meet at our usual spot in the factory area before lunchtime. I have new information. Ooh, today's our
Victoria
lucky day. You
knows.
have the day off. From the sound of it, Lenny's been making progress with his investigation. Wonder what he's discovered.
Non credo. Ci saranno.
We still have some time before we meet up. Let's talk with the people here for a bit more before we go.
Va bene. Oh sì, ma no, perché c'è 2 letti. Cioè, nel senso, siamo stati fortunati, ci hanno messo in un dormitorio da soli, cioè, perché tutte queste cose non riuscivamo a farle, eravamo insieme a qualcun altro. O mi sbaglio? Sono curioso di parlare con le guardie, se dicono qualcosa. Tutto in basso, niente in alto. Tutto in basso. Mi butto giù allora. Geronimo. Fanno i marinai d'acqua dolce.
Look, there are some people talking over there. Let's listen in on the conversation.
Giusto perché siamo fatti così.
If you ask me, those pompous parasites on the surface act like they're all a bunch of aristocrats. Do any of them give half a hoot about a bunch of dogs like us?
Dogs.
Hey, speak for yourself, mate. I'm no dog.
Mate. Dicono che è ispirata alla Francia, ma sento molto English qua sotto la fontaine.
Oh, you think you're special or something? If you're here, then you're just a convict like the rest of us. I've heard that even if you're released after serving your sentence, going back to life on the surface ain't any better. Once a criminal, always a criminal.
E ecco perché la gente preferisce rimanere qua sotto.
I don't buy that.
Hey, how cool would it be if the whole world was destroyed by a giant flood and everyone had to start over from nothing?
What kind of filthy bilgewater are you spewing? I have family up there. You best shut your sewer hole with talk like that.
My God.
Listen, things ain't so great on the surface, but who says that you have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay here and work even after you've served your sentence. Not bad if you ask me.
Non sembra veramente male, però se c'è la famiglia lassù, ragazzotto.
Who wants to live in the ruddy overworld anyway?
E la tua famiglia?
And what makes you think they want to hire someone like you? It's one of the great mysteries of the universe, how someone as useless as you is so confident.
Whoa. Sounds like they're really unhappy about the overworld. Speaking of
The
which,
overworld.
Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld when we were living up there. Is it only something the inmates down here say?
Non male che le tue notizie siano
That's
infelici.
true.
Non l'hai mai sentito? Lo dico in tutti i miei stream Underworld adesso.
Anyway.
In realtà lo dicono tutti. Non ho capito cosa.
I've already decided to stay here.
Wish I could say the same.
No, io lo uso sempre perché lo usano anche gli altri. Quindi, vabbè. Metto un attimo la telecamera.
There's a group of people over there. Let's go listen in.
Va bene.
So I said, that's not a faucet. Hey, who are you two? Why'd you come over all of a sudden?
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking about something private.
C'è anche i
What's
ragazzi.
the matter? They're just looking to join in on our fun, that's all.
Ma in effetti pensavo che no, ho visto le ragazze in giro, però pensavo che era più che altro una prigione per uomini. Non so.
Hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Yeah, fine. You're lucky we don't mind extroverts that much.
Vedevo per cogliere?
You hear that, Quisto? What nice!
Yeah.
Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy info, am I right? But before that, it just so happens that I know you two.
Ti conosci?
Really? Are we that famous?
You're kidding. How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself? Practically everyone was talking about it. Word has it that you also caused quite the kerfuffle.
Si è trattato di nonnini.
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see, people with a good attitude can join our group anytime, unlike some of the others here.
Your group?
Lui.
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroon. People usually call us the Bombshell Bros, but don't worry, we're not playing with bombs or anything. It's just that our information is always so explosive, and we blow minds on the regular.
Oh.
So, you two really like to gossip? Whew, you sure know how to embellish.
No, you don't get it. Knowing intelligence will make things better for you here. For example, knowing who's working with who has the latest rumors, who's not getting along. Wouldn't you like to know all that?
Io Jacopo vorrei saperlo, raccontatemi tu. Se ti c'è qua.
Whoa, all this info's worth something, you know? You should prove you're worthy of it.
I don't mind him. Quisto's always this way. Just play nice and say something to massage his ego. The welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
Recente abbiamo fatto un passo gratuito da Ring.
Right! That meal we had yesterday was super delicious. Paimon can still taste it whenever she closes her eyes.
Sono simpatici i ragazzi.
Is that so? To tell you the truth, I've been helping out with making those welfare meals. I've been working as a kitchen assistant for about a month and a half now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you're the one who made those delicious steaks. Amazing. You could be a professional chef.
You are correct. I am a true professional. In fact, I even went to culinary school. But enough about that. Since you like my cooking, I guess that means we share similar tastes. Listen carefully. This little bombshell will help you learn what's really going on here.
Questo è una scemento, mi farebbe ridere se è una scemento. Comunque oggi devo andare a lavorare alle 23, quindi non so cosa fare. Cioè, nel senso che magari finiamo alle 17, vado a dormire 2 ore ancora e poi mi alzo, eccetera, eccetera. La Verun mi ha appena fatto l'occhiolino, sembra dire non ti addirare, è una brava persona.
Listen, kids. The power structure within the
Listen,
fortress is
kid.
quite complicated. The overworlders couldn't care less about us down here. We're basically dogs to them. You've already met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke, Risley. He knows more than you think. And if he doesn't care about something, then he often doesn't bother dealing with it.
Those who have the Duke's attention get all kinds of special perks, even better treatment in the infirmary.
I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think there's anything useful about him at all. Why does he visit the infirmary practically every day? Is it normal for anyone to be going in and out of there so often? If you ask me, he's just faking it to get out of work.
But did you know that Jurier was a talented researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute before he came here? There's no denying that.
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into Mora. Once you're in the fortress of Meripede, you're just another inmate like everybody else.
Qui sotto un certo giurò frequenta spesso gli infermi.
Speaking of which, the last time I saw him, he was passing by in the corridor with Lorvine. I also heard they started arguing in the library and got into a fight, right? Guess that's just how terrible of a guy he is.
You mean he hit a woman? Wow, I never imagined he was that bad.
Sono dei detenuti, però non si picchiano le donne, quello mi piace, più da aspettare.
But that Lorvine's also quite the odd one, you know? She's always gabbing away, got into a fight with a man, and she also got sent to the infirmary. Come to think of it, I always see her going to the sick bay every couple of days, too.
Wait a second. You don't think?
Do you think could it be that they're secretly meeting there to go on dates? But it's really hard to imagine.
E c'è anche qua il centro vetrine.
After all, I do remember seeing Lorvine beat Jurier to a pulp that one time. And we might be overthinking things.
La Giura ha avuto uno scontro con una ragazza chiamata Lovrin. Anche lei si trova spesso in infermeria, me lo devo ricordare. C'è qualcosa che succede in infermeria che non va.
Is it really all right for us to talk about people behind their backs like this?
That's just how it goes. Good gossip is still gossip.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But wait, we're not just gossiping. This is legit information we're discussing here, right?
Mi piace questi due, sono fantastici. La guardia che parla con i detenuti. Mi manca qua. Poi penso che dovrei andare da lì.
Hey, you over there?
Babilas. Io?
Yeah, you. Say, do you like playing card games? You know, like Genius Invocation TCG?
Ho giocato perfino qua giù.
You TCG players are like mint in the wild, literally sprouting up everywhere.
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding fellow Invocation aficionados? Anyway, care to join me for a game?
Ah, mi piacerebbe, ma Iter dice no.
All right. No pressure.
But why would you be looking for people to play Genius Invocation in a place like this? Don't people usually come here to fight?
Whether you're throwing down cards or throwing punches, it's all a competition, isn't it? It's all the same. There are lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, even outsiders from other nations play cards. So I came over to say hi.
Posso scambiare due chiacchiere con noi?
Sure.
Sure. Ehi. Grazie per il follow. Grazie per il follow, Ken. Mi hai mandato un messaggio forse? Aspetta un attimo. Aspetta. Grazie. Thank you, Kendall, for the follow. I read your message. Allora. So, you speak Italian or
Great! Since you've been here longer than us, you need to flex your seniority a little bit, right? Maybe you could start by telling us newcomers some stories about this place.
if you don't study Italian, I can talk in English
Do you
if
have
you
anything
want.
specific in mind?
You tell me.
Or do you want me to just pick a topic?
Go shut up.
Why don't you pick? We'll let you know if we've heard it already.
All right. Have you heard any strange rumors since you've arrived?
Yes, sir.
Then, did you know that there are some people who are always gossiping over in the corner?
Capiamo questo. Ah, intendi...
Yes, so you've already met those two. They're quite a pair. They always keep an eye out for the latest happenings and gossip about everything. I've never seen anyone with more time on their hands.
Avranno un sacco di tempo libero.
I heard that they used to be a chef and a bartender before they were sent down here. You know how bartenders are, always chatting with customers. And chefs love to pass the time just hanging out when they're not cooking.
I gotta stream a little bit more. Then tonight I need to go to work. So I don't know how to organize the time. I mean, maybe I'm gonna stop at 5 p.m. Sleep a little bit more, and then I'm gonna go to work or something like that. I don't know. For now,
Good to know. Do you have anything else to tell us?
For now is nearly 4 p.m.
Let me think. Sounds like you want to hear something a little more tantalizing. Oh, did you know that the Duke was also a convict in the fortress of Meripede before?
Ah, questo non lo sapevo. Ma te lo conosce? Era un detenuto, il duca.
Huh? Wait, are you serious?
That's right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. Seems he was exiled here for committing some crime. Who knows how he ended up rising up to become the warden, though.
Okay, donkey.
To go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole place? I'm not gonna lie, I kinda respect that.
Chapeau. A proposito, hai mai sentito della proibita?
A forbidden zone? Sounds like something that someone just made up. I've never heard of that. Where did you hear about it?
It's just a rumor we've been hearing, but no worries if you've never heard of it. Do you have anything else you can tell us?
Anything else? Not that I can think of, but I'll be sure to tell you anything interesting I hear next time. You'll have to play a game of Genius Invocation with me first, though.
Ci siamo fatti un po' di amici, mi sa.
Okay, we've talked to just about everyone, and it's about time for us to go meet Linny. According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
See you later. Hey, let's play a game if you ever have time.
Sono un po' strani sti detenuti, non sono cattivi, però... Andiamo giù. I don't know if you're... Allora, scusate la pausa, vedete sono finito.
A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who
Aspetta,
sit with
devo
it
guardare
many
una
times
cosa.
can appreciate its true
Ah, ok, se lo
qualities.
posso. Yeah. Devo trovare i miei. Mi scuso per Kenda, sorry Kenda for the way. Yeah, anyway. So, yeah, like I was saying, I need to work today, so I'm gonna do some things and yeah. Come devo salire sopra però? Secondo me è lo stesso posto, devo salire sopra, vero? Però l'area di produzione... no, non voglio l'area amministrativa, voglio andare all'area di produzione. Se lavori il tuo giorno libero qua ti danno il doppio dei cose. Mi vai giù, io devo andare su. Però non capisco. Stare qua è proprio non la... Questo è amministrativo. No, livello superiore. Ah. Ok, maybe mi spell your name. Kenda. Yeah. Sorry. Vediamo. Linda.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
That look in your eyes. You found something?
Qualcosina.
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell him we found a boatload of information.
Oh, as expected of the legendary duo, you have my full and undivided attention.
Io non mi fido ancora di lui. Quante linee devo tu?
Huh. I'd have never guessed that myself. The rumors swirling about this place are unreliable after all, and Master Child probably went missing because he found a way out. He is a harbinger after all. I suppose he's much more resourceful than I initially gave him credit for. Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. We need to find out Master Child's exact whereabouts. Father told me that even though Master Child said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons. His agenda might be linked to his disappearance.
Ah, quindi era veramente qua. Però vabbè, c'è un secondo film. La cosa più importante era giù.
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to task someone with professional diving skills to chase after him.
Well, when you put it that way, it's obvious that only Fremine would be up to the task.
Io Famine non ho ancora visto.
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later.
Ah, ora oggi nel suo giorno libero. Ho capito Famine.
No need to thank me. This was always a part of our mission after all. Honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this information right under Risley's watchful eyes.
Collecting information has always been our strong point.
Now, let me think. To find out more information, Fremine will have to retrace Master Child's original route. And if he's to do that, he'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest. That's 6 days from now. And after that, he'll probably take another 2 or 3 days to return.
You can even estimate how long it'll take for him to get back?
We've been working together for a long time. We know each other's capabilities like the backs of our hands. Traveler, what say you to meeting here 9 days from now? We'll be able to pick up Fremine while we're at it, too.
Secondo me 45 giorni sono già passati.
Oh, and there's just one last thing we'd like your help with. Though we can just sit back and wait for Fremine's report on Master Child's whereabouts, we still need to make more progress on the investigation of the Forbidden Zone. Fremine's no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time helping Fremine prepare for his diving mission. So, you are the only ones we can count on.
Quindi?
What do you want us to do? Will it be hard?
Well, I won't call it easy per se, but I think you'll be able to pull it off. Listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary and investigate the room and environs. You've mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary earlier, so it probably has something to do with the secret we're hoping to uncover. You've already met the head nurse, so she'll be less suspicious of you. Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary and any active dealings within, and pass those on to me alongside anything else you're able to discover.
Va bene.
But also, there's no need to take risks. Don't forget, safety always comes first.
Dici così sopra. Pardonami.
My apologies, I just started rambling out of habit. It was almost as if I was talking to my younger brother.
But that's not a bad thing, right?
E se invece fossi il fratello maggiore?
Alright, we'll head out as soon as we finish our prep.
Let's go our separate ways for now, then. Don't forget, we meet here again in 9 days. Stay safe.
Ok. Dopo essersi preparati,
Hey, stay here for now. Paimon will take a peek.
Va bene, infatti.
There seem to be several people inside.
Adesso vediamo. E poi mi nascondete in un angolo e provate a vedere. Pare che molte persone sono prese con la conversazione.
It's not impossible.
It's a bit hard to understand them from here, so why don't we just try to talk to them in person? Let's go as soon as you're ready.
Che poi la riesca e ci ammazza. Annuisce e fai un lungo respiro. Se ti ricordi bene la pozione del risultato tentativo non riuscivo più. Dopo una bella nosata che si dice la pozione la metti via. Cavolo di Prime. Ah, perché quello che ha fatto...
Whoa, are you
Ah sì, perché poi mi hanno combinato... Ah sì, l'ha fatto apposta.
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the ground. Paimon doesn't know what to do! Freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and pale complexion? Could it be poison? Let me take a look. Please, lie down over here.
Fa malissimo lo stomaco.
Don't worry, I'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly. You can do it, traveler!
Mi dispiace, cazzo.
Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you.
Sì, non sembra una medusina. Seguina ha tirato fuori degli strumenti medici e iniziato il controllo. Spero di non essere tanto in salute. Dai, aspettiamo.
I see now. My checkup has confirmed that he's not in any mortal danger. That's our worst fear out of the way.
Invece, che di infermiere.
Oh, that's good. But I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Please, relax and take a deep breath.
Seguin testa con le mani diverse parti dell'addome. Sembra che stia usando anche l'energia alimentare, la sua espressione si fa sempre più rilassata.
Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. Does it hurt when I press here?
Non particolarmente.
And here?
Così sì un po'.
Huh? But based on my initial checkup, there shouldn't be a problem here. Oh, how strange.
O forse ho già girato un po' troppo.
What about here? Does this hurt?
Roberto appena.
Oh, I understand. So that's what it is. I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing too serious. Outside of a pretty bad stomachache when it decides to act up. So that's what it is. Thank goodness it's not anything more serious.
C'ha mal di pancia.
And there have been other inmates complaining about the food recently. I'll inform our head chef, Mr. Wolsey, of this problem as soon as possible. Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a couple days. Why don't you take a rest here while I go get some medicine for you?
Va bene.
Miss Levine, I'll have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient while I'm gone.
Very well.
And she hopped away, just like that.
Più questa infiltrazione va molto meglio di quanto pensassi. Adesso ci sono solo due persone nella stanza. Gwyn ha appena chiamato la donna Lurvin, perciò deve essere una dei frequentatori dell'infermeria. L'altro sarà Julie.
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
Non del tutto bene. Posso continuare a fissare l'esterno. Quello lì sembra essersene accorto, adesso guarda anche lui in questa direzione.
His stomachache's really bad. He was stumbling about the whole way here, so Paimon's really worried.
If Miss Sijuin says it's not a serious problem, then there's no need to worry. She's the best medic we've got down here.
But it also looks like she's the only medic you've got down here.
Well, that's true.
What do you mean, that's true? That's really misrepresenting the situation. Of course I can't speak for the whole fortress, but it's not like everyone imprisoned here is useless, you know? Though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they still know a thing or two about medicine, and they help Miss Sishuin take care of the sick and injured.
Yeah, you're right. But did you
Ah,
have to
sono
lecture
questi
me
due
about
che
making
si sono presi
trust
a
of another
botte.
patient? Aren't you a patient too? Where did all your energy come from?
That's correct. Sorry, I got a bit ahead of myself.
you two also sick?
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for checkups and to pick up the medicines Miss Siegewien prescribes for us. That's just the nature of chronic illnesses. As for her, you could say she fancies herself as Miss Siegewien's capable helper because she learned a bit of medical knowledge ages ago.
Si picchiano a vicenda.
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurier. Don't forget that you are the primary reason I have frequent heart palpitations.
Hey, don't start arguing now, please. Keep it civil at least.
Questi due sembrano avere un rapporto pessimo, si sono imbattuti l'un l'altra perché sono venuti a ritirare i medicinali allo stesso orario. Ma a parte loro due non c'è niente di sospetto, nella stanza tutti i documenti sembrano cartelle cliniche. Poi non ci sono mica tantissimi arredamenti, un attimo, quello lì per terra sembra un portero mobile.
Hey, hey! There's no need to fight! Everyone will be released someday, so there's no need to argue over silly things like this!
But
I don't like him! Actually, I like him, but it's a wrong stuff. Te lo immagino.
Release. It's way too early for us to even think about that. And who the heck knows if we'd even be able to continue our previous lives?
La presenza di un portero mobile non è di per sé un fatto strano. Il mio intuito da avventuriere, forse il mio intuito da avventuriere, ma non un po' strano che sia un portero mobile proprio qui. Stanno nascondendo qualcosa.
please allow me to end this boring and useless conversation. Oh, and Mr. Jurier, I don't want to see your face here again anytime soon.
And same to
Futuro
you,
marito
Miss
è
Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this excessively noisy place.
Sono loro due che sono menati, non ho capito.
He just
Due un po'
slowly
diventeranno
wandered
marito e
off
moglie.
like that?
That's just what he's like.
Ah.
I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and that's... Well, his name is Jurier, but I hope you'll never have cause to remember his name.
You really can't stand him, huh?
I mean, can you blame me? Who would like someone who's as arrogant and obsessed with weird research topics as he is? But there's no need to keep dwelling on him.
Sure.
I'll accompany you two for a while. Miss Siegewien should be back soon, and I'm sure you'll feel better as soon as you've had some of her medicine.
Grazie di esserti presa cura di me.
No, it's nothing.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Thank you for getting our medicine, Miss Siegewien.
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this should be 2 days' worth of medicine for you. Take 1 pill now, and then continue your bed rest.
Ok. Prendi la pillola per il mal di stomaco. Ti ho dato sì.
Miss Lorvine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now. Do you still remember if we discussed the color of the pill that you should be taking today?
I remember. You said it should be yellow.
Sembra una cosa in codice. Perché non me lo ricordo?
Yellow, huh? I understand. These are yours. Please, make sure to go to bed early after taking them tonight. You'll benefit from a good night's sleep.
Però, cioè nel senso loro fanno finta, magari fanno finta non stanno neanche male. Però ci sarà della gente che sta male qua dentro. Che magari ha problemi di, che ne so, cuore, eccetera. Come fanno a lavorare quelli? Beh, gli daranno lo stesso i cosi. Non è colpa loro.
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better soon too.
Grazie. See ya. Meow.
I'm going to fill out your medical record now. You're widely known as the Traveler, right? I just want to double check a few details, if that's all right with you.
The top.
Those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the traveler rest? Paimon can answer the questions instead.
Come sempre.
So his primary symptoms are abdominal pain with secondary symptoms of nausea. Is there anything else? That's it.
Mi piace come personaggio, sì, quindi. Bene. Spero che diventerà giocabile.
Alright then.
Sembrerebbe di sì, però, nel senso che le cose ce l'ha, nel senso sembra un personaggio che puoi usare, eccetera. Mi spiace che appunto cioè, tipo Vestare delle Nuvole tipo sarà l'unico giocabile, gli altri non saranno mai giocabili. Quella è una cosa che non mi piace.
Is there anything we should know besides to take the meds?
Matt.
No, his base constitution is quite good, so I'm sure he'll recover quite quickly after taking the medicine. Please make sure to stick to bland or less stimulating foods, and don't stay up too late at night. Got it! Paimon will hold the traveler to that for sure.
Di cui mi serve. Dovrei semplicemente provare a fare un pisolino, come ha detto.
Oh, you're going to take a nap already? Okay then, you get some rest.
Posti sul normale lettino per dei genti diversi completamente. Capire capti dei frammenti di confederazione.
We've been to lots of places together. He may look a bit under the weather now, but he's actually super strong.
Cos'è carino?
So you're the best of companions. Well, don't worry, he'll recover soon.
Paimon e Paimon. Separabili, quella parola ti conforta. Rilassati e dormenti. Paimon è veramente epico come personaggio.
How do you feel? You slept for a really long time, but we never left.
Sento molto meglio, grazie a entrambi.
Well, now you can go back without a worry in the world. Remember to take the meds regularly, and don't forget bland foods. Thank you, Miss Sijuin.
Thank you. Sijuin.
Seems like a lot of people have been coming down with an upset stomach lately. I'll need to address that.
Torna in dormitorio. Qui c'è la botola lì dietro. E se faccio così? Non mi frega proprio niente. Allora andiamo in dormitorio. Ma è strano la struttura del tempo, non l'ho ancora capita io onestamente. Cioè parlano in un modo... È stranissima sta missione. Allora, Sumero con Naida era un po' più normale. Cioè nel senso che era un giorno dopo l'altro, poi ti dicevano 20 giorni dopo, eccetera. Qua tecnicamente devi stare dentro per 45 giorni, ma la pulizia ogni mese. È da un anno che siamo qua dentro. Nostra sorella cerca di dominare il mondo. Ho detto qualcosa che non avrei dovuto dire. Ah, abbiamo parlato nel sonno.
No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Pyron, go take my grilled fish and put down the Adeptus Temptation now. Paimon talked with Sijuin the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a sincere nurse, and Paimon didn't notice anything unusual in the room. Are you sure we're not going off track with the infirmary?
Stiamo prendendo quel posto comunque cose strane. Era un portero per terra, le domande fatte da Seguin e poi parlavano davvero delle loro medicine. Discussione, la rovina giura attenti che era solo una pantomima. Fammi sentire.
Whoa, you really are super thorough. All those tiny little suspicious things that Paimon didn't even pick up on. We've got to give the info to Linny.
Durante i giorni i tuoi padroni lavorate nelle vostre stazioni come niente fosse. Durante i vostri turni, tuttavia, riuscite a trovare delle occasioni per appuntarti le parole chiave su un foglio. Ok. Riesci a consegnare il foglio a Lynette, indaffaratissima, che ti passa davanti in maniera del tutto professionale e si intasca l'informazione. È finalmente arrivato il tanto clonato non oggetto. The Night.
Let's go meet up with Vinny.
Avevo proprio preso un break. Scusate, ma già so io. Qui sono. Non ho mai guardato un match al videogioco che era interessante. Anni fa. Oh, che faccia, è troppo carina.
Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we just worked our shifts according to the schedule. Nothing weird happened.
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirmary. We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago, and as of last night, Lynette has also infiltrated the infirmary after faking an illness.
Wait, why is she getting involved as well?
Okay.
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, even if we were to view that as something you did in exchange for Fremine's help, you've already done more than enough. Infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to avoid using the same faces over and over and reduce the amount of suspicion that will fall on any given person. Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
Ok.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything's going well for her.
Non sono contrario di aiutare.
Then, let's go check on Lynette
Più o
before
meno.
Fremine returns. If everything went well, then she should be wrapping up her investigation right about now.
Is now really a good time to go over?
According to my observations, Sigewinne always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch. Lynette knows this as well, so this
Certo,
should be
non
a
abbiamo
good time
sentito
to meet up.
parlare anche. No, abbiamo sentito.
Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for an older brother to care about his younger sister's well-being.
Okay, then let's head over right away.
Andiamo. Guardione lui. Rosolino. Alzare dalla posta a sinistra, mentre infermiera adesso. Ti paga in coupon, noi sapere il nome e l'indirizzo e capiteremo. Ah, ok. Posso dire solamente che la dottore Arden non è via, si devo dire altro. Bye.
Lynette should be here right now. Huh. Strange. Lynette?
Bisogna che compare davanti.
As expected, Sigewinne isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
Dove aver trovato una pista e adesso si è allontanato?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make changes on the fly, she'd find a way to let me know. Unless...
Unless...
Let's see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait for her. Who knows? Maybe she'll be back soon.
Okay.
Sì. Let's go. Potrei anche lei streamare un'oretta in più per andare a dormire e svegliarmi
There are
dopo le
some
20.
books here and a few files. They all look like medical records. Advanced nursing, how to raise the spirit of your patients, a quick guide to the psychology of emotions and the meaning of laughter.
Huh.
These sure are some interesting books. Who knew Sigewin would be interested in these kinds of things? She even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings. Is it because she's a Melusine? Or does she have a need to understand her patient's emotional state?
Yes.
Seems quite normal to me. These are skills that would come in handy for a nurse from time to time.
Qua non è arrivato ancora nessuno. So. Allora. Poi c'era
None of the
boat.
beds have any signs of having been slept in, except that one over there.
That's the one Lynette must have used, right? You said she was pretending to be sick.
She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally speaking, the head nurse would then ask her to lie down and rest, while she left to retrieve the medication.
Non è stato rifatto.
Which means, either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when Lynette laid down up until she left the bed, or the nurse intentionally left it this way.
Non è un buon segno. Ok. Stiamo per mettere nei guai?
Ah, this is it! We saw it before!
Wait, this thing? It doesn't look like it's been disguised that well.
Inizia basso. Inizia a picchiettare.
The space behind it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that is meant to be taken apart. There's probably a mechanism around here somewhere. Could Lynette have tried to get inside? But if that's the case, she would have contacted me for sure. Let's look around here for some more clues. Don't panic, just take another look.
Il segno di Guinness iniziano a farsi prendere al panico. Quel però niente panico era per se stesso più che altro. In effetti è nato.
Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper over here!
A slip of paper?
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, "Out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my message. You may consider this as me giving you my best regards."
This is...
Is that all?
Aspetta, su letto.
The back. This is...
Show me! Now!
That look on your face. Paimon's reading it now.
Aiuto.
Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now? No. Could she have... Is she already...
Wriothesley. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't run into any trouble last time, and he also never reached out to us since.
Avrebbe scelto di agire durante il nostro secondo tentativo.
Yes, that is a crucial question. Wriothesley, he doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very beginning. You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Wriothesley. We're a completely different story, though.
Perché ha ciuffato... Perché non ha preso con...
I'd like to know that, too. Why did he only go after her? Don't panic. Just think everything over. I have to stay calm. This is not like what happened last time. The situation's different now.
C'ha paura come l'altra volta.
Wait, you're right. Wait, but that means... The fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds... Could Wriothesley have let him go as well?
But what does he gain by letting Fremine leave like that?
Li ha fatti sparire entrambi di proposito.
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me, I'm sure of it. We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought luck was on our side. If Wriothesley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down. Don't be like this, Lenny. Fremine wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Child. That was our fault.
No. I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible for this team. I was the one who failed to protect them. I'll go talk to Wriothesley.
Hey, don't be reckless! Traveler, please talk some sense into him.
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again.
Sì, c'era per quello.
I have to go. I'll find a way to get them back.
He's rushed out the door!
After him! Segwin nascosto. Cattiveria.
I feel like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
Is that so? Very well. Then please be mindful of the time. Huh?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop talking. Someone! Please help! He's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
These two. As expected, they've already found this place. Oh, they are quite sharp. What a delightful turn of events. I like smart people, but I also like playing dumb. I like the feeling of being trusted.
Sei pazzo.
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. Being able to read human expressions is quite the useful skill. Wait!
Hey.
Wait! It's no use. We have to catch up to him.
Dove è andato?
He's already out of sight. How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Wriothesley's office.
Quindi cosa succedeva? Per noi era una trappola, lui voleva proprio che andavamo tutti noi nell'ufficio, adesso c'era proprio. Vediamo cosa succede, sono curioso. Più che altro sono stufo di stare in sta prigione, che babbo. Spero che gli ultimi capitoli siano.
Come out and face me, Wriothesley!
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the fortress's indoor management regulations?
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have some teas in my collection that can work wonders against such an illness.
Stop joking around! Where did you take my siblings?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with water, only to emerge the next second from another place altogether. Maybe she'll appear behind you right now if you were to turn your head.
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in his hands, and he's even in the mood for small talk. That means Lynette is probably still alive. You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start, so you deliberately aroused the Traveler's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just so that you'd be able to kidnap Lynette. As for Fremine, no, you probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go, so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into your ranks.
There was no need to do so. The fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here.
The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas. It was quite easy to identify your colleagues.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so omnipotent and so in control, why would you need hostages?
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Fremine is not.
He's not. What do you really want?
Lenny!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating with me.
Very niente for me.
Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortress's finest tea. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within my gates, nor has he been taken into any kind of custody. So where do you think he may be right now?
Wait, you can't mean... You locked him outside in the sea?
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world. That's all.
Fremine's a star diver, so he should be fine, right?
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my own when it comes to negotiating. Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meripede, regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity. Well, you got your wish.
So, you've been keeping tabs on us before we even set foot in the fortress.
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I will be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all of that changed. Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremine is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her over for a cup of tea with me.
You want to see Father? But why should she bother giving you an audience?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening. I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family. I don't see why she would refuse.
Stiamo letteralmente collaborando con i propri. Che cosa strana.
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a harbinger like Father to come here in person.
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina have already received many samples as gifts.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me, I won't allow you to use us to blackmail her.
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the fortress's secret? Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father here. If you refuse...
Hai capito, Gasly?
Lenny!
Perché ti comporti così?
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? From the very beginning, the Fatui has been actively infiltrating my fortress.
Beh, lo immagino, però.
I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason to want to talk. Mr. Fremine left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how you look at it, the responsibility for this falls on you.
Ho capito, ma non c'entro niente io, cioè nel senso non sono un fato io. Mi ha mandato solo Purina.
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything because of us.
6, 5.
Senti questo.
Wait,
2, 1. Time's up. It really is a shame, Mr. Linney.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my afternoon tea.
Possiamo discuterne ancora un po'?
Yeah, listen to the Traveler. If you can't talk to Lenny, can you at least talk to us?
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws.
Ti prego, lascia andare fumetti. È arrivato adesso il messaggio di lavoro.
Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't you tell me a thing or two about what you found, I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly, and I'll agree to your request. Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
Beh, ci credo, sto facendo domande riguardo il segreto. Se mi ricordo bene, se continui a lavorare, ti danno la canna extra. Io non si ricordo tutti gli indizi, potrei essere in grado di trovare una risposta. Per girare con una risposta, tu possa assistenziale potrebbe ottenere una canna extra. Ah, è di uno sto giochino.
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons.
Non credo che
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch.
Neanche questo.
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company
quello che si della fonte
said that the Melazine race perceives the world very differently from humans. Fonta's internal report suggests that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product.
Ah, per questo. Cosa che devo leggere qua perché mi è arrivato un messaggio di lavoro e un po' così. Sì. Dobbiamo entrare alle 23 come ci hanno detto. Aspetta, arrivo subito. Ok. C'entra qualcosa della fonte?
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons.
Non capisco sta cosa.
Fonta's internal report suggests that they're starting a new trial.
No, questo l'ho già fatto.
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty.
No.
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only...
Non capisco. Ma infatti non c'entra niente. Aspetta un attimo, lo sapevo già che qualcuno mi chiamava, arrivo. Allora, quindi sta Seguin che c'entra? Non capisco.
The research notes said that the Melazine race perceives the world very differently from humans. As
Boh,
according to Collins, the
non c'entra niente sta roba.
I've been told that the infirmary is
Uno è giusto. Ok. Sto andando a casa perché veramente non capisco.
the Fonta promoter has been
Sono un po' perso.
Fonta's internal report.
Ah. Divieto di lavorare per 3 giorni di fila. Ah, è lei che spia.
often see Miss Siege.
È lei che
According
spia.
to Collins,
Boss. Ah.
I've been told that the infirmary.
Ci è voluto un po', scusate, non capivo il senso.
Ah, so that's what's going on. Paimon understands it now. Who would have guessed? The hidden rule of the production zone. People are not supposed to work 3 days in a row, and if they do, they'll get strange meat in their welfare meal.
Se ti ho messo gli occhiali, se ti ho messo gli occhiali.
At first, we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared, but in reality, they were all prepared by Sijuin, the head nurse. She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of work. Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sijuin visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra dish for those who can use the stamina boost. Sijuin has only the best intentions with her surprise gift and doesn't want anyone to find out about what she does.
However,
unfortunately, Melazines as a race perceive the world differently from humans, and their sense of aesthetics is even more alien to us. The recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals cannot taste the care within and usually just freak out. Are we on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sijuin's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know that her efforts have not gone unacknowledged. All right, now for my next question. There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring, including the one that you're not allowed to support both sides of a fight. Why is that?
Why? Ah, liquido color sangue sarà la Fanta. Giusto?
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company.
Sì, ho capito.
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the.
No.
Fonta's internal report suggests that there's.
Forse l'ho detto al contrario, però dovrebbe
The
essere
Fonta
così.
promoter has been.
Ah, ok, l'ho detto giusto. Pensavo che l'avevo messo al contrario.
Paimon gets this rule too now, so there really was nothing to be afraid of. That hidden rule of the Pancration Ring is about how, people are not supposed to bet on both boxers at the same time. And if they do, they'll receive a package containing a strange blood-colored liquid.
Che
Scared when they
tipo
see it because
tamarindo.
they've subconsciously begun to associate it with the missing boxer. But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be-named and packaged new Fonta trial product. A blood-red drink. It's no wonder even Fonta's own staff were questioning the company's decision-making. The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product on a smaller scale to see how it might be received by customers. They came to the fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the Pancration tournament so they could push their new product. But the Duke completely refused to even entertain the idea.
Ah,
The Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in
arrivo
the
subito.
fortress, knew that only total idiots who didn't understand their true value would bother buying a Fanta product here.
Dunque, devo accendermi la luce. Ai ai ai, cavolo di Wesley.
And so, only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet on two opposing sides of the same match were selected to receive the drinks.
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this mystery to light. Although, based on your description, that Fanta promoter is a bit too careless with his words, I may just reconsider my collaboration with the company. All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
Non abbiamo raccolto abbastanza informazioni per rispondere a queste domande.
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought of sparing Lynette and Fremine never even crossed your mind.
Aiuto.
You'll pay for this!
Aiuto. Chi ha sparato un colpo, scusa?
Lenny, are you alright?
Oh, close one. I owe you, Sigeween. That was a fantastic shot.
It was nothing, Your Grace.
Ah, pensavo che le aveva sparato.
Sigeween? Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional, as I just demonstrated.
Sigeween... You...
E i suoi complici.
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty.
E sei pazzo, avevo già capito.
When Monsieur Nervulette asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of everyone here. I am merely discharging my duties. But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Linny someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here just like the rest of us?
Se non abbiamo mai fatto con il biglietto non vorresti imparare da lui cosa significa la virtù? Ne ho letto.
But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervulette told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. Had I not, they would be in far more dire straits right now. His Grace knows it too, right? Your Grace? Mind proving my innocence to them?
My dear Sigeween, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you to just wait another minute or two?
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. I figured I should try to talk some sense into you. What are you talking about? What time?
Take me if you want. Let them go.
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving any time now. I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sigeween, I leave Miss Lynette in your care.
What are you doing?
I believe I hear footsteps.
Chi sarebbero, scusa? Una figura familiare un po' nella stanza.
Some space, please.
Florindo.
Ah, Miss Clorinde. My door.
Fremine... Fremine!
Che ci fa Clorin di cose?
What's going on? What is Clorin doing here?
Work.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linney. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon. Please take it easy in the meantime, though.
What happened to Fremine? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like this?
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have consumed primordial seawater.
What did you say?
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Fremine a more thorough checkup. Your Grace, I'll leave the rest to you.
I'll talk to Clorand while you get Fremine to where he needs to be. Everything else can wait.
Clorin è un po' strano. Ma scusa, ne ho dirette perché voleva esattamente che andavamo qua, scusa? Non ho capito. Si scusa da quanto pare preferisce seguire un tocco femminile. Pure non va staccolata. Essendo palese ha bisogno di attenzione. Seguina esamina il femminile non sembra molto sconvolto. Questo è un bene spero che il femminile si prenda.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Still, his condition is not critical. Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for now, and move him to the infirmary once he's recovered a bit more. Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment. We do only have a single clinic in the fortress, however.
In un modo o nell'altro hanno fregato
Why
il
would he
linea.
ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress? How could that possibly happen?
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator. Oh, I'll bring Miss Lynette back with me.
Where is she? How is she right now?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now. You might not believe me, but His Grace and I actually made some snacks and tea for her.
Mentre finalmente smesso di tenere in tensione i muscoli, sembra credere a quello che ha detto Sigwin. In mezzo a pazzi. Sentiamo gli altri due, sono tutti
What's that
pazzi
look
qua.
on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Sigewin may have been forced to shoot Mr. Linney again. How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly.
Ah, anche loro cercano di salvare dai.
I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time, well, you can see how that boy's doing.
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved two.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
It's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette.
C'era a morte con Neuvillette.
Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
Stiamo un pochettino qua a vedere cosa succede.
Linny,
Poi
are you okay?
andiamo dall'altra parte. Cioè vado a dormire.
I'll be fine. They're all here now. Don't worry about me.
Are you sure? You don't look all right.
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but that's probably just the residual effects of the tranquilizer shot.
I'm back, everyone.
Lynette.
Lenny! Oh, Traveler, Paimon, you're here too. Freminet? Is he...
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
Prima si ammazzano quasi a vicenda, adesso ci aiuta. Cioè, ammazzarsi a vicenda no.
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
Yeah, I'll take him from this side. Lynette, together?
On it. Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us?
Bene.
The Duke and Clarande are gone. They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Clarande will need a break, since she only just returned from rescuing Freminet out of the sea.
Linda si è fatto prima. Cos'è accaduto? Sarei curioso anch'io. Andare in infermeria. Tutti sti plot. Non so se andare all'infermeria o veramente salutarvi così vado a riposarmi 2 ore. Poi... è da 2 ore e mezza che dai streamare. Non lo so. Oh, boh, c'è tempo prima delle 23. Sarei curioso veramente cosa succede. Solo che non me la sento di streamare fino alle 18. Non lo so. Maga consolazione. L'atto 4, che poi c'è l'atto 5, giusto? Ancora mezz'ora? Non lo so neanche io. No, continuiamo domani. Solo che... Ecco, devo rimanere alzato fino alle 23, cioè più o meno fino alle 22:30, andrò a mangiare alle 21, penso, qualcosa. Vabbè. Vediamo cosa sta succedendo, poi vediamo. E poi ci dedichiamo alle missioni secondarie quando abbiamo finito la nostra avventura. Interessante, però boh, non riesco a capire cosa farvi Oslo. Probabilmente la zona segreta è un posto dove c'è qualcosa, qualcuno che sta cercando di tenere tutto in regola, ma se qualcuno dovesse possessarsi di sta cosa potrebbe fare male alla nazione. Quindi può darsi che sia la ragione proprio quella. Però noi non siamo dei fatti, facciamo parte di Neuvilette. Io che penso che il problema principale adesso è che Riosley non crede in Neuvilette, allora cioè vuole il segreto per sé, tutto qua. No, fossi io, quando abbiamo capito Freminette che si ripiglia, andrei subito da Neuvilette e gli direi ma guarda che ci sono Clorinde eccetera, e dici quello lì si incavola la peste.
He's awake. Freminet, how do you feel?
Lenny. Lynette.
We're all here.
I 3 fratelli.
Where am I?
The infirmary, at the Fortress of Meripede, Mr. Freminet. And you are no longer in any danger.
Lei è mezza pazza.
How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
Traveler, Paimon, it's been so long. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it.
Cos'è entrato dopo che sei entrato nella cavatura?
Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
Cos'è un flashback? Vivremo un flashback con lui? Abbiamo benvenuto nella chat Super Michael Online.
I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks
Oh, scusa. Looks a band.
Where could Master Child be?
Arrivo subito. Ok. Beach. Ah, abbiamo femmina. Femmina ce l'abbiamo anche sboccato, no? Ce lo regalava. Per roba della fonte. Che altro potrei anche buttarmi giù lo sacco.
This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it?
Può darsi. Vuota. Ho già visto i meccanismi. È una specie di dominio. Dice porta della rinascita. Bene, nel senso che non ho molte informazioni su di. Non è male che ascolta solo. Una cosa semplice. Pensavo che era un puzzle di quelli lì.
It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it.
Qui? Sembra che un ostacolo stia bloccando. Dove il piatto di rotazione? Sì, vabbè, ma dire un pochettino. Un pochettino un po' più. Vabbè. Ah, c'è terzo. Oh. Che build c'è, scusa? Ovviamente. Questo è il suo. Ah, un 4 stelle. Quindi cosa devo fare? Capisci un cacchio? Non è possibile girare in questa direzione. Devo regolare il piatto di rotazione. Quindi devo andare di nuovo giù e girarlo. Non minima idea. Questo che lo ruota? No. Ah, che furbizio. No, è bloccato. Allora non è così easy. Quindi? Che devo fare? Mi sono perso. Non ti fa fare niente. Questo qua dice no, non si gira. La giusta angolazione prima di sollevarlo, ho capito, ma... funziona. Io ora sono bloccato. Come pensavo. Al bagno. Femmina is dead. Contain is dead. Finito. Non potevo fare. Cioè, dice prima di sollevarlo prova a... Sì, ho capito, ma... In che senso? Cosa non capisco in italiano è... Ah! Intelligenza di un uomo... Vabbè, ma... Dio, non poteva semplicemente dirmelo prima. Che palle. Adesso è girato, possiamo andare. Scusate, era una cosa talmente facile. Però non capivo come lo diceva. Non capivo il senso. Qualche battaglia. Aspetta, fammi ricaricare un attimo.
This is where the water starts. Okay. Master Child probably dived into the water. I'll go take a look as well.
Ma lui dove cavolo è andato? Vinci, è curioso. Cioè, nel senso, se anche lui dovrebbe aver ingerito sta porcheria, giusto? Dove è andato? Puntiamo un po', tanto non perde così tanta... Oh.
The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going in the right direction.
For me non fa bene.
There are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone, but I don't see where he could have gone from here.
A meno che è cattivo, cosa.
Wait, what the? My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's going on? No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
E invece... Beh, ha aiutato a correre.
die here. This is bad. I'm feeling worse and worse, and I'm still underwater. I have to push on.
Arrivo. Ha fatto scappare, scusa, cosa? Dai.
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Child could have gone. But there was also no obvious place for him to have disappeared to.
That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find the strength to keep going. I probably passed out some time after that, and you know the rest.
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
Miss Clarande, you say? I must go thank her in person.
You're still too weak, Fremine. You can go after you've had some more rest.
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clarande will stay here as a guest for another few days, so there's no need to hurry.
Così che Oscar sa che sta per succedere qualcosa.
A guest? Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her to come down here?
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me.
Ci vado a parlare.
Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Lenny?
No, please go on without me. I don't want to leave just yet.
Lenny.
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave. Both of you are just in danger.
Understood. Then let's just sit together for a while.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now. As long as you stay in here, I don't think you'll be disturbed.
Thank you. I'm so sorry, Lenny.
I'm also really sorry, Lenny. I should have been more careful.
Don't say that. It was all my fault. I was the one who should have been more careful. You two were nearly...
If I was stronger, maybe I would have already found Master Child.
No, how can you say that?
Huh?
I'm sorry.
What I'm hearing is, we all dropped the ball at some point during the mission. So the responsibility falls on all of us. Isn't that right?
Right?
Yeah, that's right. It's on all of us.
Lenny, we understand that you're worried about us, but we're worried about you as well. Please don't blame yourself. You want...
Yeah.
Devo vedere cosa succede, poi speriamo. Vai ufficio del duca. Quindi una volta anche lui era un prigioniero, poi cosa è successo? Aveva scoperto il segreto. Quindi tecnicamente adesso non siamo più prigionieri, tra virgolette. Ci sarebbe stato avere il Traveler a livello 90 queste missioni. Avrebbe senso visto che ti fanno girare con i personaggi che vuoi. Però vabbè. Ci mettevamo Kaeya and... Loro non c'entrano niente. Spero che non ci sono bauli, cose nascoste. Vediamo cosa dicono sti due scemi.
Excuse me.
Pazza quella legale.
I take it Mr. Fremine's condition has stabilized?
Of course. I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Segeween?
I wanted to check up on Miss Cloran. How are you feeling?
Mostly fine, I think.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll just take a few minutes.
All right. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll take my leave for now then.
Bye, Clorin. I guess. Qui non c'entravo niente, però mi dispiace per Rine. Vabbè che se la sono cercata.
Well, want to explain yourself, Risley?
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten? Where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals. Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance. Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own. Of course, it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance. I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went, so I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
So you were hoping Lenny's group would just do your work for you?
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Fremine has told you already, the ratio of primordial seawater around the fortress of Meripede is on the rise. The Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
Are the rumors true? That you're also a former criminal?
Why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison? I just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates. That's all.
Anche lui è un detenuto.
Oh, right. Paimon wanted to ask, who invited Cloran down here?
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work. As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
And saving Fremine was part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already. That's not something you should be asking after. Neuvillette only asked you to investigate Child's whereabouts. All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to Fremine.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you answer our last question in return?
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer that badly?
Yeah, Paimon really wants to know.
Even if the truth may not be pleasant?
Okay.
Follow me.
Follow him, I guess. Down we go. Okay. Hello.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Meripede is.
Andiamo a vedere. Poi tra poco spengo. Sono curioso cosa ci dice.
Stand on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa!
What the fuck? Quando tutti prendono posizione, questo inizia a scendere. Ho notato. That's my friend, it's the future, vedi 1.000.000 di euro. Ci vuoi che cazzo?
So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special.
È quella, eh?
What a huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside. Hence the name Forbidden Zone. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
Well, Paimon wasn't thinking of keeping anything from them.
Non so niente nei segreti.
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not to tell them.
Non lo so, linee non mi fido molto di questo. Non so neanch'io.
Huh, so there's a switch on the side.
Stand back.
Ok.
Whoa, they all just went up one by one.
Go on, have a look.
Bisogna che ne rimappa, non mi fido più. Un interruttore. Stanze vuote, non c'è niente qui. E di per sé questa è una cosa strana, c'è anche un dispositivo nel centro. Sembra una gigantesca chiusa.
I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it.
Quindi non usa neanche.
The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only...
Potevi dirlo, ma non potevi dirlo ne ho letto. Tutti strani.
Normally I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what the reading could be tracking?
Presumo la pressione dell'acqua.
Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less ordinary. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater nearby.
The concentration of primordial seawater? But we're already under the sea!
Under the sea.
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising.
Prima mischiarsi con l'acqua marina.
Yes, that's very likely.
But forget about the two of us. Not even Novelette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak. Oh!
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us.
Quindi è sotto questa chiusa. C'è una specie di oratoria, giusto?
The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us.
Basta che non esplode comunque.
If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all. Yeah, you know what the legends say.
Sì,
If
ho
this
tanto
place falls, then
l'esperimento giù
everyone
a
in
dormire,
Fontaine
non
will be
capisco
turned
niente.
into puddles in the span of a night.
That's just too weird! Why would the Fortress of Meripede be built right above a sluice gate for the Primordial Sea? Who built this place anyway?
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer may be exceedingly boring. It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live here. When the previous Hydro Archon Egeria ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished.
Quindi?
The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold. Some of them began to repent, and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them, and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves." And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a community down there in the deeps, and over the years helped it to grow.
Ah, ecco.
As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became the sinner's only home. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves. But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld.
Beh, insomma.
Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontainian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
Now you know every part of that history is true.
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea.
Quindi nelle profezie questo?
To be frank, not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving all too accurate. Prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third.
In quanto di Duca, cosa ha intenzione di fare?
Let's go somewhere else. I want to show you something.
Ok. Riuscissimo a capire tutto entro le 18, per favore? Sarei curioso.
This is it.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone!
Huh? Lorvine and Jurier?
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
What? After you warned us not to tell a single soul about any of this?
Bella voce di cosa? Della
I'm
fotografa.
skeptical as well. Are you sure they are trustworthy?
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin?
Edwin sì, l'ho già sentito, mi sembra.
Good. Saves me a bit of time explaining. Edwin's main areas of research were archaeum and gravimeters. As his assistant, Jurier is quite familiar with them as well.
You want to blow up the fortress of Merope?
Ah, what a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my head.
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants. While Jurier used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
Ah.
Ooh, are they together?
Lo sapevo già.
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your words to
Lo sapevo.
Your Grace, I am not in a relationship with this man.
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Jeez, forget I said anything then. Follow me.
Va bene.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
Uh-huh.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Queste sono una stanza normale.
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
Una nave.
What a huge ship! This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
How much do you know about Fontanian history?
Not much at all.
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the surging waves. He called his nation Lemuria and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
Credo che questo gioco è assurdo, mi piace tutto.
There's a ship in this story too?
Oh, è davvero bianca poi.
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to give it a try. So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this project.
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Ah, l'ha fatta lui però. Giusto. Non si capisce niente. Quello dopo.
Maybe. Fontanians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster.
Sembra una roba della l'Arca di Noè. È grandioso.
Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe. As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call. All right, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any other questions? Seems like you're good. Come on, I'll take you back.
Dai. Adesso spengo. Volevo solo sapere cosa è successo. Diciamo che
I'll leave you here for now.
Diciamo che ci sta anche perché era una noia, stava diventando il forte, stava diventando una noia.
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries. But don't forget, It's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those three as well.
Vuol dire che il mio comportamento determinerà le prossime azioni del gruppo di Lin. Quindi c'è un finale diverso. In altre parole, se voglio dire la verità a Lin, devo fargli capire che non possiamo permetterci di avere troppi conflitti. Ok.
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Certo.
Great. I look forward to what happens next.
Il mistero della pietra azzurra, davvero? Ho detto bene? Della pietra azzurra, sì, qualche scevezza. Che citazione del cavolo, scusa. Ci torniamo un po' in infermeria un'altra volta. Direi che leviamo le tende. Andiamo. Bisogna raccogliere le cose della sera intera, ma me lo faccio offline. Non so me. Ok. Continuiamo dopo. Volevo solo vedere cosa stava succedendo. Quindi la base è lui che non vuole dire niente a nessuno perché appunto ha scoperto queste cose, ha paura che moriranno tutti, allora sta costruendo una nave a mo' di Arca di Noè. Idea sia quella. Se riuscivo leggevo il compleanno di Shenì, ma ve lo leggo un'altra volta. Nel frattempo metto ad aggiornare il gioco. Ok? Quindi grazie per essere stato anche con me oggi. Mi preparo, come dicevo prima, per lavorare. Thank you to Kendra for the follow. Niente, ci vediamo domani, però essendo che entro le 23 a lavorare, chissà quando se devo tornare a casa. La base è che qualsiasi cosa accade, probabilmente domani mattina ci sono, o può darsi che non ci sono, va bene? A seconda di cosa accade, va bene? Tutto qua, grazie. Interessante comunque sta roba di Slay, eccetera. Sta di brutto. Comunque.